I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield, 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Now it's your turn. Join with me.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Grab your balls and play. Now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. Hey! Look, everyone, it's me and Mr. Lewis here welcoming you to Bingo Bonanza, the 80s edition. And he is just loving this. He loves the 80s. You know, he really does. He just, I have my wiener, and he wants the wiener more than he wants me. Yes, Mommy's got her wiener right here and all ready to go because I want Lewis to be happy. I want to be happy, and I want you to be happy too. I can't believe it. This is our number 25th bingo bonanza number 25. And because of that, that's kind of almost an anniversary for bingo. I thought, you know what I want to do? I want to do my favorite theme, which is the 80s. And that's why I got my 80s outfit on. Look at me with the fringe and the leg warmers, the fringe. I'm loving it. 80s. Woo! Yeah. So anyway, I'm really having a great time already. And I'm kind of more cheerful than usual, simply because we get to do this for the second time. Not the second time this week, but we just did it on Thursday, and we'll do it Trivia Shack this next Thursday. But, you know, usually we don't do anything in between. So this is super fun to be able to get to see all of you because I get so lonely when I don't see all my online friends. So with no further ado, let me, before we do anything else, welcome my live studio audience here. And we have a beautiful audience. I haven't met really any of them yet, but I have just a list of names is all I have at the moment. That's all I have until everyone pops up. I don't know who it is. So let me say, but I know we've got Jennifer from St. Cloud. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Represent. Hi, Miss R. I'm doing good.
Go Mini, go Minnesota. And then you're up there to St. Cloud. Nobody knows where that is.
So not even me.
Well, it's kind of, if people don't know where it is, it's actually very close to where Lake Wobegon is. That's where Garrison Keillor first started working. And right in that area was where Lake Wobegon was, which was clearly in his head. But clearly he had been to St. Cloud because that's kind of Lake Wobegon. Welcome. Also, I have to say hi to Cody and Mike and Dean. Cody and Mike and Dean. How about that? Oh, wait, there's even one more. There's even more. Oh, there's 2 mics. 2 mics? How come I only have 1 mic written down? Which mic was not included initially? Oh, that mic. Oh, the one in the front row. Oh, the older fellow. Okay, so I gotcha. So fantastic. And you guys are from Richfield, Minnesota. I mean, it's great to be in St. Cloud. You know, that's Minnesota. But really, the real Minnesota is Richfield. And so I'm so glad you guys are here. Whereabouts are you in Richfield?
We're Eastsiders. Eastside, yeah, by Kristen Park.
Oh, the older section. Okay, right. I was, of course, from the middle of Richfield, the newer section, right on the cusp of West Richfield, which is, of course, where all the money is. And we were just on this side of West Richfield. So what busy street are you near?
I'm on Park Avenue, Miss Richfield.
Park Avenue, that's not busy. What, are you near Portland?
Yeah, 66 in Portland by the pool.
Oh, you're by the Richfield pool. Oh, I know right where you are then. Oh, fantastic. I used to spend I love the Richfield pool. Well, we'll get back and talk to you guys more. Probably talk to you more than anyone else. So I got to move on and let these other people from less fortunate areas chime in for just a moment before I excuse them and probably not speak to them for the rest of the night. Jenna Nate from Philly. Where's Jenna Nate from Philly? I love me some Philly. I love Philly. One of my favorite cities in the whole wide world.
We love it too.
You love it too? What do you love most about living in Philly?
Well, my house right now. Used to be the restaurant.
Spoken with all the creativity that most people from Philly have. Thank you so much, your house. I love that. So don't go very far, all right, you two? Are you married?
No.
You're not married. You're just friends.
Best friends.
Best friends.
Best friends. Oh, well, we'll get to the bottom of that. Don't go too far. And also, Tony and Mike, I want to say hi to some friends of mine. Tony and Mike, I'm so tickled to see you in particular because you are you coming to us from Rehoboth Beach, Delaware?
We are indeed.
Because, I have a special place in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. I spend a lot of time there. I have so many beloved friends in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Many, many friends. In fact, it's so fabulous. I'm going to move there part-time. Because they just love it. I'm going to live in Richfield. I'm going to live in P-Town. And I'm going to live in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. And 3 of my favorite places. And it's people like you that make it so special. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? And I hope you're hunkering down for the storm. Is it okay?
It's okay now. It's the calm before the storm right now.
Yeah, and I think I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how it all goes. We're just supposed to get wind. So I'm just planning on pulling my chin strap down and hoping for the best, because I have to do my shows outside. When I was in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, I was in the Blue Moon, the fancy old Blue Moon with the retractable roof. So Tim Reagan and Randy and all the friends. So anyway, we'll get back and chat with you guys soon. Don't go very far. And then finally, Kyle. I want to say hi to Kyle. Kyle is a very special guest. He is a performer. And you work in circus work, right?
Yes, I am a circus artist, makeup artist, and also a drag queen.
No.
This is like my crowd.
Are you one of those weirdos those guys that dress up like girls? Because I think that is just weird. Okay, that is just crazy. I don't understand it, but you know what? If you're happy, that's all your father and I want.
Right? I even came in represented with like a little crack press-on nail.
Look at
the part of me to a drag show.
Oh my word! Well, I wouldn't know anything about drag, but you can tell me all about it. I'd be dying to hear. So, Kyle, he's in San Antonio. You're in San Antonio, right? That's what I have written down.
I am.
And I've never been to San Antonio. I got to come and visit you.
You're not missing much.
Oh, really? Because I've heard San Antonio's isn't that kind of one of the places to be?
No, it's actually really beautiful, and there's some beautiful historic areas, and the Riverwalk is really nice, and there's a beautiful theater downtown, the Majestic. It's actually a really nice place. I just, I'm a fan of cheap shots, so I have to do it.
Exactly. You just thought, well, I'll just say something that'll just make a lot of enemies where I live. But the rest of us enjoyed it. The rest of us thought. No, but I'm glad you're going to tell us a little bit more about San Antonio, because I don't know anything about it. So we'll come back and chat with you. Don't go far. But before we do anything else, I have to introduce someone very special tonight. You've met all my guests who are going to be joining me to play Bingo Bonanza. Of course, you all out there, we appreciate you joining us. And you're the most important because you're out there and I can't see you. So I like you the best. And plus you can't say anything, which I also like. But I do have a special friend. Usually Chris is joining me, but Chris down in Fort Lauderdale is very politically active. He's running for office. He's very busy. And so he didn't realize that we that we were going to have a bingo on the same night he had a political thing. And so he's busy for good reason, good reason. We're proud of him. We're happy for him. So, but we'll miss him. And I said, well, what are we going to do? And you know what we did? Picked up the phone and called my friend Eli, who is also in Philly. Come up, Eli, and say hi there.
Oh, hey.
Eli is holding up the shirtless front. Because Eli said, what should I wear? And I said, anything shirtless. Sleeveless. Shirtless. What am I saying? Sleeveless. Don't go shirtless.
Yeah.
That's Chris's job. That's good. Chris will get jealous.
I have on a neon Speedo. You just can't see it, but I definitely am wearing one.
See, isn't that nice? No, that is an accommodating spirit. That is an accommodating. Oh, my friend Amber LeMay. Do you know who Amber LeMay is? She's up in Vermont. She's an older gal. Really old, and but the fact that she's can turn the computer on and figure it all out is amazing to me, because she was starting to perform just after the war. But I want you to tell us a little bit about how this all works. I know you go to playbingobonanza.com, which you can see right on the bottom of your screen.
Yes, you just do what this handy graphic says. Go to playbingobonanza.com to get your cards, and you can play along and win amazing prizes. It's very straightforward. You can watch the stream there. So do it.
Yeah, you can watch the stream there, and then you can play right on that, right? You can watch
play on that. You can use cards. So the numbers will come up as we call them as you watch. And if you're the first two winners of each game get prizes. So as soon as you win, jump on that I have a bingo button. So you can win one of these stylish face masks.
Oh, they're beautiful. I mean, it almost looks like it could be me as the model.
Almost.
I think it was, actually. I think it was. But I wanted to also remind them that it's only the first two that get prizes. The first prize is a video of me. I send you a personalized video. Second prize is a mask.
Correct. If you want another chance to win a prize, you should share on Facebook. That little thing come up. There it is. The person who shares the most on Facebook also wins a face mask. So tell your friends to come watch us. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. And that's really how we can get new friends, is when you share and you say, hey, I'm having a good time, and pop on and join us. And the next thing you know, they tell two friends and they tell two friends. And next thing you know, you're buying shampoo. I think that was a shampoo ad.
You gotta watch out for that. It spreads. And also right now, there was a graphic. It was there. It went away. If you want to be part of our studio audience, you should email me. I handle the emails at missrichfieldlive@gmail.com.
There, that way.
And
I know it's hard.
Backwards.
It's all backwards. I know. That's why I can never straighten my hair. If my hair gets off kilter, it's just off. I can't straighten it. Anyway, she's right there. She's the one. Oh, look at. Let's touch. Oh, we're touching. Oh, we're not supposed to touch. We're not supposed to touch.
And this is the moment also where I ask nicely, if you tip, we do so appreciate it. We share it with all five of us, including Chris, even though he's not here right now. He still gets a share of your tips.
Yep, he sure does, because he's doing the God's work. He's out there doing political work, and that we need that. That's for sure. That's for darn sure. So, I'm so glad. And I'm so glad you joined us tonight. And I know Eli is a performer. Eli does a million different things. Anyway, a jack of all trades, and a master of many, actually. So we appreciate all your work, as always. But we don't usually get to see you. So I'm so glad this is kind of a fun little surprise. So, let's get going. And we're going to start tonight. And do we have anyone that shared the most that we need to announce? I don't know.
Not that I know how to see, because Chris knows how that magic works, but I don't.
Well, and the other thing about it is this is a special bingo. So we may not. So anyway, but usually, we'll announce somebody. So next time, we'll announce
Thursday,
you. Then we'll announce who won that mask. So share. And we're going to start with bingo in any direction. And before we do anything, I was waiting for the phone to ring, because a lot of you know Naomi from A Mighty Fortress Is Our God Lutheran Church usually calls in, and she plays the harp, as you know. Oh, you know what? Could you pull up those Richfield boys again? Could you pull up say, guys, if anyone's free and could just run over to my trailer and just make sure that Naomi is out. She sits on the cinder blocks, which I use for the, to step out of the trailer. Instead of stairs, I have cinder blocks. So could you, I'm going to try to call her, but if somebody could just run really quickly, that would be great. And what's the area code again for Richfield?
612.
Oh, right. Okay. Hang on a minute. It's ringing. Okay, there we go. Hello. Naomi, you're not going to believe this, but I've got Cody and Mike and Dean, and they're close, not too far away from you. Right, they're on the older section, the east section. Right, exactly. Oh, she knows who you are. So anyway, so I'm wondering, are you all ready with the harp to start us out for the first round? Okay, I'm gonna holding the phone up. So play it now. Play it now. Play it now. There we go. Thank you. I'm going to set the receiver down so you can hear everything. Okay, so we're going to start bingo in any direction. That means up and down, sideways, any direction. Please do the free space right away. And just know that you can win bingo, and you can either get a personalized greeting from me, or you can get a face mask if you are one of the first two. And it's bingo in any direction. And so that means, what letters are we going to call, boys?
All of them.
Which is what letters?
B-I-N-G-O.
Wow. Thank God you added him on at the end. I mean, I think he was the only one that knew the answer to that. Okay, so here's the first one. There we go. B8. B8. I don't have my lights quite right here. B8. There we go. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now you can see a little bit. B8, everybody. B8. So you boys... Now, who's with who? I'm afraid to ask. I'm not even sure you know who's who with who. Who's together with who?
Us two.
You two, and then the two in the back. So Dean, you've lived in Richfield for a long time, haven't you? B, everybody. B7. Wow, we got B7 and B8. How long have you lived in Richfield?
25 years.
20. Do you realize you moved to Richfield when I was only 4? Do the math, Dean. Do the math. I think that's fantastic. 25 years in Richfield. So you've seen some changes. It's kind of become the place to live. I mean, back in the day, we were a little worried there for a while. It looked like, stir and put on the stove for 5 minutes, and things could have really ended up differently. I-21, of course, I-21. And but it turned out really great. You've got a great mayor there. You've got a great city council, and they're just doing a lot of good work. They're dressing things up and improving the streets. The 66th Street, for those of you that don't know, right in the middle of Richfield, is kind of our big street, right? And then we have downtown Richfield, also known as the Hub Shopping Center. I-29. Dean, what keeps you in Richfield all these years?
Close to the city, great little location. What else? 10,000 lakes. We love it up here. Yeah.
And beautiful house and pretty ladies, right? Pretty ladies. You don't notice pretty ladies. You don't have to add that. You don't notice pretty ladies. So how long have you and Mike been at it? And 36. It
was 15 years on one of our first dates. We came to you at bingo at the Shriners Hospital and used to call it out there.
No way. Are you serious? When I called it at the Shriners Hospital, we only did that a couple times. We called it at because we were at the Catholic church, and there was some, those Catholics, they were having some bake sale or garage sale, or God only knows what they were doing. Remember? And we had to move. And so we moved to we went from the Catholic church to the Shriners, and it wasn't really that much different. It was kind of the same thing. Actually, the Shriners place was a little nicer than the Catholic church, quite honestly. 061. And so I'm so tickled. And you met at bingo.
The first date, we came to your place.
Oh, it was the first date. How did you meet?
At a bar.
Is it something I'm going to have to explain to my pastor? I have a feeling.
At the Eagle.
At the Eagle? Oh, dear. Oh, my. Woo! All right. Nothing better than rough trade. All right. At the Eagle. No, I like the Eagle. Yeah, the Eagle. For those of you that don't know, the Eagle's where all the homos come dressed like motorcycle people. And, it looks really tough. They come in with their jeans and their torn T-shirts, and then they order a Shirley Temple or anything with an umbrella. My favorite. I have a funny story. G57. I have a funny story. The favorite time at the Eagle, because that's not my thing, but I love it. I love the people there. By the way, I love the people there. The guys that own it and serve it, amazing, right? So anyway, I was there just yakking it up, just because I'm trying to, hang out with people. And there's these two tough-looking guys. I mean, really tough-looking guys at the bar. The beards and the leather and they're talking about Easter lilies. Because and then I noticed sitting between them was an Easter lily from Bachman's that was all wrapped up, and he was taking it to his mother. And the lilies are so expensive this year. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Can you refresh in this Shirley Temple, please? 062. How about the other two? Where are you guys living near Richfield, or where are you?
Yeah, we're in Richfield on 69th and 14th Avenue.
Wow. So we can find you. Okay. I love that people give their address. That's always nice. Oh, all right. Well, all right. Well, I'll be coming over. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Naomi over. Did you get that address? Did you get that? Okay. She's coming over after she's exactly. It's the homos. They'll have beverages. Don't worry. All right. So she's going to, and she likes the malt liquor. So if you don't have malt liquor, if you could run out and get it, that would be helpful. I want to bring in our gal from St. Cloud, Jennifer, so we can just have a Minnesota moment. Just Minnesota people, no one else, just the Minnesota people.
Yeah.
And I'm look at her, look at Jennifer. What's behind you? Is it like CDs, or what do you have behind you?
It's all books. It keeps going.
Well, pan the camera around. How many books do you have? Is it a whole library? Are you in a library? Oh, jeez.
This is my office, and I think we have over 3,000 books in the house.
You have over 3. Lewis just jumped on the used ball board and knocked all the balls. Lewis, you knocked all my balls around. Oh no! Oh, now he's like nudging them off I don't know. Anyway, do you have a cat or anything, Jennifer? Anything to break up the loneliness of you and those tired books?
We have 11 pets.
You have 11 pets?
Yeah.
All right. 067. Did I call that yet? 067, probably. Oh my gosh. He knocked all the balls down. They're all on the floor. Oh, Lewis. Oh, dang it. Okay. So anyway, while you're talking, I'll spin some balls. So why do you have so many books? What's that about? Because you're alone? Well, you're not alone. You've got all those animals.
No, we have a little tiny house.
Because you're alone?
We've had 4 humans and 11 animals and 3,000 books in a little house in St. Cloud.
Wow. That's just a lot to take in. The guys know. St. Cloud, right? You've been up to St. Cloud.
Right up the river.
I didn't know there was 30. I didn't know there was that many books in St. Cloud generally, just all overall.
Yeah,
everybody. G53. Why do you have so many books? Do you have a job that requires you to read? Because that's not my thing, Jennifer. See, I'm too busy living life to be reading about it. So, yeah, that's not my thing. Sorry, I know. But you look like somebody who enjoys reading and staying in the background and not worrying about, makeup and all those things, right? And, doing your hair and all that nonsense the rest of us just spend hours on, except all the bald homos over here. They don't have to worry about it. B2, don't go anywhere. B2. So, Jennifer, do you have a job that requires books, though, sweetie?
I do. I'm a learning and development manager.
Ooh.
So I have to spend a lot of time learning so that I can then impart the learning to others.
Sounds like kind of a conversation stopper.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, whoa. Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew, that was close. So I was racking my brain trying to think of a follow-up question, and I wasn't coming up with anything, Jennifer, but I'm so glad you're here. And look who's here. Oh, here we go. Eli's going to tell us who won. Did we have more than one winner or just one winner?
We just have the one, and it is our friend Robert Santiago, who
Are
was
you
just our last audience. Yeah.
No way. Hot dog, we got a wiener. Congratulations from California, if I'm not mistaken.
Santa Ana.
Sing that song.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Hello, hi. While the music's playing, I'm frantically trying to collect the balls. Anyway, I'm going to have to collect the balls in a minute. But before that, let me first and foremost let you know that between the games, we always encourage you to hit that tip button. It's right on the bottom of your screen, right on the bottom. Or you can just go to the Venmo at Richfield Tips. And we do share it with everybody, and just allows us, because I actually don't do a show on nights that I do this, because I love doing this and I love it. So you help compensate that part of it. And it's 5 of us that do it, and we love it. We enjoy it so much. But of course, such tightly scripted, highly rehearsed programs, come with a cost. So hopefully you'll just give us a little something. Anyway, we appreciate it. If you can't, of course, if you can't, because it's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. So anyway, I wanted to let you know that I talked to Kyle, and he said that if we get enough tips in, he would do one of his circus acts, because he is a circus performer. And so one of the things he does, and Kyle, in fact, why don't we bring Kyle on for a second? I know that you said you do drag, so you're probably, fabulous hair and makeup and all that. But what other types of things do you do with your circus thing? What does that involve?
I make my bread and butter doing circus, actually. So really, by trade, no pun intended, I am a circus artist. So predominantly, I perform hand balancing contortion. So essentially, I'm on my hands and I'm folded in half in like a variety of positions.
Wow, really?
Yes, but I also dabble in, I've done character work for shows. I do floor acrobatics. I've done skipping rope in shows before. I've done aerial acts in shows before. So I do a little bit of everything, but that's also not uncommon of circus performers. I went to a circus school, so we get to develop a lot of skills.
Where is your circus school? Where was that?
So I went to the National Circus School of Canada in Montreal, Quebec for, I was there for 5 years. I finished my high school there. So I did my last 2 years of high school, and then I did 3 years of college, and then ran away on an international tour right after.
Oh, so you've been out and about performing, not just in San Antonio, but all over. Oh, that's wonderful.
Everywhere except San Antonio, actually.
Well, we have friends from Erotic, who is a aerial group, and we love them. And they do that same kind of work. They have somebody that does the contortion, somebody that does hula hoops. It's really amazing. It's so fun to watch. So you said that as long as we get enough tips in, and we're not even going to put a dollar amount on you, because it's just,
I'm priceless.
Right, you're priceless. That's what we're going for with the broken nail, which makes you want to give even more to just get you a whole set of nails, or you can
only afford one.
Just do the gloves. Me and Phyllis Tiller, we do the gloves. So thank you so much, and don't go far, because I do want to remind everyone that we are going to do Trivia Shack this coming week. And that, of course, is on Thursday. And it's 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, 5 o'clock for our friends out on the West Coast. And that is going to be a lot of fun. But this time, what we're going to do is we're going to do our spinner winner, which always ushers in a little conversation that we have. And it's a conversation you can have with us. Because as you can see, our wheel today has, it looks like it has a bomber jacket. It has a mullet. It has a Superstars 80s. It has leg warmers. And it, of course, has Lewis. And we spin this, you see, and then we find out what is the question. We're going, it ended up on Lewis. Oh, look at Lewis. It ended up on you. Lewis is right here, if you can see him. There he is. There's Lewis right there. Hi, buddy. We'll move the light so you can see. Isn't he handsome? He's right here. He joins us so much of the time. anytime there's anything on the table that he can knock off. So Eli, what is the question? Because when it lands on Lewis, then you can pick whatever question you want. What's the question for today?
Because Lewis looks so fabulous all the time, our question is, what is your favorite 80s fashion statement?
Ooh.
So is it a bomber jacket? Is it the mullet, which is coming back, which is strange? Is it leg warmers? Or is it other? And if it's something else, let us know in the comment and we'll pull up.
Right. Oh, that sounds fantastic. And then while we're looking for the answers, let me talk with, I haven't talked yet with Jenna and Nate hardly at all. There's still a couple people that we have hardly spoken to that I want to say hello to. And you're in Philly as well. And if I'm not mistaken, you know Eli too.
Yes.
And are you performers as well?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Now, what years were you born? Because I'm thinking. When?
89.
Oh, 80. Okay. So the 80s still relates to you. Okay, good. And then what about you, darling? Now that was Jenna that said that, right? What about you, Nate?
We're both 89. We're just a couple months apart.
And are you dating? Are you a couple? Or are you just buddies?
You're not. I am very gay.
You said, oh, really? Okay. Well, you never know. You never know these days. It's everyone's shaking it up so much, So, the parachute pants. Somebody said the parachute pants. So, do you know enough about the 80s to even know what the styles were, the bomber jackets and the mullets and all of that? Is that something that you kids know about or not?
Yeah.
You do? How do you know about that? Do you just read about it? Well, you probably see the videos, like Madonna videos and things like that, I bet, right?
Yeah.
It was very recent. We're 90s babies, basically. So it was recent enough, and our parents grew up and were in their prime in that time. So we know all about it. We've seen all the photos.
Yeah.
We know all the songs.
Okay.
My mom was a photographer, so she has a lot of great photos of herself in some amazing clothes.
Who is a photographer?
My mom.
Oh, your mom was a photo person.
A photo person.
That's wonderful. I have to get the wiener out for Lewis because he's driving me bananas. Do you have a pet?
I do.
Do you? Here we go. Here you go, Lewis. Here you go. Do you want a little? Let's see your. Oh.
This is Beef.
Oh, look at that. There you go, Lewis. Let's see. Oh, what's the name of that one?
His name is Beef.
And how old is Beef?
Beef will be 6 on September 11th.
I thought you said beeve, like the beaver.
Like the wiener.
Cow.
Yeah, like the cow.
And how did Beef get his name? Was because he's a large gal or a guy?
I named him Beef. I wanted to name him Beef, and then I chickened out and named him James. And then I went to the vet, and there was another cat there that was about 4 times his size named Shrimp. And I said, nope, his name is Beef.
Totally. Oh, that totally makes sense. That's totally rational. If you're a cat person, that's total rational reasoning. That all makes sense. That's exactly, I would have guessed that, actually. That's perfect.
Thank you.
Then let's see what other people answered. Now that we've met Beef, I feel like that was a lot. That was beautiful. Beef is beautiful. Is it a boy or a girl?
Boy.
A boy. Oh, Lewis. And Lewis likes the ladies, unfortunately. Lewis isn't gay.
They'll be good friends.
Oh, now he just knocked something over. So anyway, and so Eli, now your friends, these two performers. We got to point the right direction. You know these two, and how do you And how do you all perform together sometimes?
We do, as a matter of fact.
And what type of performances? Like theater type of thing?
Theater type.
Like street performing, or where? Are people paying for this sort of thing, or what's going on?
Oh, I mean, not tons, but yes, they do.
The fact that they're paying anything is great.
I mean, the fact I'm moonlighting as a bingo producer.
Well, what's the percentages? Do you know what the percentages are of what people like? Because I'm seeing a lot big combs. I saw parachute pants. I saw a bunch of things. Oh gosh, I saw a music group too that I loved. I can't remember what it was. A Reebok Princess high top with chunky socks. I mean, people are pretty specific about this. Do you know what the percentages are?
Yes, so Bomber Jacket is the clear winner. 32% said Bomber Jacket.
I love bomber jackets.
I agree with. I think that never goes out of style. And then Leg Warmers came in at 23%.
Leg warmers.
Leg Warmers.
Right here.
And then Other was 30%.
Oh.
And the mullet is trailing at 14%. Not a lot of people find the mullet.
What are no lesbians watching? What is going on? Okay, this is so discouraging.
I had a mullet, but I took it off for today.
You took it off for today.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to give the cats. I have to pick up the balls. So bring Tony and Mike in briefly, because Tony and Mike would remember the '80s, right? Tony and Mike.
I definitely do. Yeah, I sure do. I saw Z Cavaricci go on the bottom. I had a bunch of those from merry-go-round.
What's your favorite? I'm picking up balls. You guys talk for a second. I gotta get the balls because Louis dropped the balls all over the floor. So you visit about the '80s for a minute while I pick up the balls. Here we go.
Don't squeeze those balls too hard, Miss Richfield.
I'm doing my best with limited resources here. There. All right. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, we're back. So, and he's like wanting more of the wiener. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna have part of the wiener too. I'm so hungry. So anyway, this is good wiener actually. I got the name brand wieners. You know, usually I just get the grocery store brand, but you know he's worth it. And then I eat them raw. So, okay. So let's play another game. And this time, let me see if I missed it. Oh, I didn't. I missed something. Oh, no. We're on to the next game. The next game is going to be Awesome 8. Awesome 8. And what that is that means any 8 on your bingo card. Any 8. So you can't use the free space, so don't do the free space, but any 8, all right? And it's kind of like Lucky 7, only 8. All right? So hang on a minute and let me get organized here if I can. And then Mr. Lewis is being so delightful. Now let me get my notes organized here. There we go. And then we got it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you not going to knock down any of Mommy's balls? Are you ready, Naomi? Hang on. Okay, I'm going to put you up to the phone. I'm going to, yeah. Okay, we'll get to the harp quickly. We got to start the next game. We have two more games. So this is that second. It's the second. Just play the harp. Just play the harp. Play the harp. Thank you. Okay, so let's get going. Now we can use all the letters. Okay, so BINGO, all of the letters. Okay, and here we go. And it's Awesome 8, and we're gonna start out with O. This is the first one I picked. O68. Let me get my lights organized here. 068. Oh, there it is. 068. 068. And so Tony and Mike are here, and they are a couple. For how many years have you guys been together?
20 years in October.
20 years in October. How old are you, Jenna and Nate?
31.
Dear God. You were 11 when they got together. What grade would that be in? I mean, good heavens. 070. How did you two meet, you two lovebirds in Rehoboth Beach?
We actually met vacationing down here at one of the bars and restaurants that used to be here, Cloud 9.
Oh, Cloud 9. Oh my gosh. When did that close?
Probably about 7 years ago.
Nobody tells me these things. All right. And 45. And 45. Well, you know what the problem is when I'm down there, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's why I want to go and just stay there just to soak up some of the fun. And have you ever been there, Jenna and Nate? Because you live in Philly, which is actually really close. What is that, a couple hour drive?
Yeah, and the Blue Moon. Yeah, I've been there before too.
Oh, you've been to the Blue Moon. That's where I perform when I'm in Rehoboth Beach. And then these guys right here always come to my show and are friends of friends. And, you know, and they have you have a pool at your house, don't you?
We do. We're sitting on the porch now and we can hear the waterfall in the pool.
Yeah. Nate and Jenna, we call them A-gays. That's the name for them. Yeah, or gays with money. You know, however. Anyway, the point is that we're just happy we're friends with them. B5. Oh, Lewis. B5. So next time you go down, you'll have to get their information. You can come to their house because they have a big. Well, the cool thing about Mike and Tony is tell them about you always have a fundraiser at your house, or you did for many years. I don't even know if you can do that anymore, but you probably can't do it this year. But that was for Camp Rehoboth, wasn't it?
It was. For 10 years, we threw a pool party, just opened it for everyone to show up.
B8.
And we would have upwards of 700 people in the pool, in the yard, all raising money for Camp Rehoboth, which is the
700 people in their yard, right?
Wow,
700 people. I know. Isn't that insane? And how much money did you raise when you did that?
Oh, I guess we would raise about $10,000 to $15,000. And it was just donations only, not required, just donations only.
And 43, similar to what I do here. And we don't quite get to that point of finances, but we're working on it. But yeah, we do the same thing. You just ask for donations. And you know what? Sometimes that's just better. People just give what they can give. And some people can afford more and they give more and other people can't. You know, we got these poor artists. Oh, I keep pointing the wrong way. We have these poor artists. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a pool in their backyard, I bet. Do you have a pool?
I don't even have a backyard.
You have a
rooftop. You don't even have
rooftop.
a backyard.
In a backyard.
I know. You probably don't even know 700 people. B10, they don't either. Trust me. B10, but everybody shows up. The cool thing about Mike and Tony's place is they just always have sort of an open door philosophy. They're very giving. They're very supportive. So many of my friends go over. My friend Dominic, he goes over with his dog, and they run around and have a good time. 062. Remember, you can't get the green space, but it's any 8. So all you have to do is get 8. It's 8 is great in order to keep our theme going, as you were. So where else do you guys live, the boys? Where do the boys? Because I know the kids are living in Philly. And did your kids grow up in Philly?
No.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in West Virginia.
Oh, dear. Wow. And then smile. Smile.
What was that?
I was saying smile. Oh, look at all those teeth.
They're there.
I know. It's amazing. I wasn't going to guess that. Fantastic. I-21. So you grew up there. And then where'd you grow up, Jenna?
Florida. So it's the same, really.
Right. I was going to say. Not a lot of difference.
Worse, actually.
But the boys live someplace else along with Rehoboth Beach. Tell them where you boys live. G54.
I actually grew up in the Philadelphia area, but I moved to Washington, D.C. for this one 19 years ago.
Washington, D.C. I love that, but that is an expensive place to live. Do you live right in D.C.?
We do indeed. We live on Capitol Hill.
Oh, really?
Wow.
It just never ends. Isn't it something? And the children don't realize this, but all the homos are like this. They all have money. I know. Like trying to find a poor homo is like trying to find an unemployed Jew. You know, it just doesn't happen. You know, it's just like, that's just the way it is. They're just amazing. They're very successful and they're lovely. Look how lovely they are. They pair up beautifully in 2s and 3s and 4s. 075, everybody. 075. All right, don't make this harder than it is, you idiots out there. It's only 8. You only have to get 8. And then everyone, I-25. Anyway, and so next time you go to Philly, you'll have to see if the kids are performing, you know? Do you have any Mike, do you have any friends still living, family still there?
Some siblings in the suburbs, yep.
Out in the burbs? Where in the burbs?
In Langhorne and Collegeville and Levittown.
Oh, hold on a minute. We've got a bingo. We have a bingo. We have to check in with our Philadelphia office, which fortunately is being staffed by the fabulous Eli. And Eli, who won the bingo this time?
We have many winners, but only the first 2 count. And the first 2 are
exactly
Dale in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
No way! I've been to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Hey, that's right on Lake Michigan. That's a beautiful city. And who else?
And Josh in Salem, Massachusetts.
Ooh, Salem, Mass. That's another beautiful city. I've been to that too. That's a little bit north of where I am. Well, Dale and who?
Dale and Josh.
Congratulations, hot dog. We got a wiener. Actually, we got two. Let's play that music.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
One of the things we want to thank people for is our bingo boosters. And between games, we say, oh, if you can tip us something. And these are the folks. We have a little club of people who are just very generous and very helpful to us. I want to thank Michael in Seattle and another Mike in Atlanta, my friend Randy in D.C., not far away from my friends in Rehoboth Beach, and Colleen, who is in Illinois. And I don't know where Hoffman Estates is, but it sounds fancy. Gear Ness from Palm Springs. Gear is a friend of mine for many, many years. He's in P-Town right now, just a few blocks away from me visiting, so I'm going to get a chance to see him. And then Mike Fisk in Atlanta, Georgia. We got two Mikes in Atlanta, Georgia. And I love me, Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know how many of you have actually visited that beautiful southern city. But one of the things I love the most is that Southern charm that just makes me, it just warms my heart. So I also want to thank our friend Robert, who last week did a $500 match. That is so dear, so sweet of you, Robert. And I want to say thank you again for doing that in memory of our friend John, who was also a friend of mine who passed away very suddenly in February, just before the COVID, actually. And so thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate that. But we appreciate we're non-denominational. Any denomination works. It doesn't matter what it is, a little gift or a big gift, either one. We want to say thank you so much for that. And I also want to remind you that we are going to be getting some, if we continue to get the tips coming in, and I think they're coming in very soon, we will be getting a little show. Not right now. We're not going to do it at this moment, but very soon. Hang on a minute. I'm looking. I see. Wait a minute. I see. Okay. I have to get the magic mirror out. I'm looking there. Okay. Because I was looking and I thought I could see something, but I couldn't make it out for sure. Oh, yes. 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 Oh, the magic mirror is coming through. Sometimes I have to sort of wipe it off and look more carefully. But I see Jerry in Erie, Pennsylvania. And Karen, hi, Karen from Cleveland. Oh, not Cleveland, but Cleveland area. And Denise from Seattle. Oh, we've got some wonderful supporters. Thank you, Denise, so much. Also, let me lean in and Palm Beach, North Palm Beach. Okay, we've got a shortened list. All right. But I also want to thank my friend Larry, whose birthday it is today. And he is in Los Angeles, California, on North Cherokee. And I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say hello to all my friends, and hello from Kurt and Paul from Rochester, Minnesota. My friend Doris in Minneapolis, who is president of the Esther Circle at A Mighty Fortress Is Our God Lutheran Church in Richfield. Also Alice in Dorchester, close to me here. Oh, Long Island is in the house. Hi, Kelly. We love Long Island. And then the nice thing about Long Island is you can get to the city, but you don't have to live in it, which is nice. And also, hey, Vegas is in the house. Hi, David. And Boston. Oh, my gosh. Boston, what would we do without Boston? We'd have no place to get on the ferry if we didn't have Boston. Thank God for Boston. And Oakland. And hey, Mark, thank you so much for joining us. And so many others, my friends in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, Dominic and his friends, and all my friends all over the country. But, and oh my gosh, Piotr Valarte, Logan, how are you? My friend. And then, and Brian Keene, he's actually another friend who's here in P-Town, I think this week too. So lots of people coming to see me in P-Town, but we're being very, very safe. We're being very safe in P-Town. So if you come and visit us, got to bring your masks, got to get a COVID test and make sure you're healthy, because they sort of check in on you when you come in from out of the area. because we want our friends to stay healthy. And if you're out there and you're not feeling good, and I can see you, some of you aren't feeling so good. Some of you feeling a little lonely and a little down because maybe, like me, work really hasn't picked up as much as you hoped. You know, all my gigs are canceled in the fall. I know how that feels. It can feel really down. It can feel really lonely. But I see you. I'm looking through my magic mirror and someone cares about you. And so make sure that you reach out and talk to your friends and get some support. If you're not feeling good, make sure you take good care of yourself and get a lot of fluids. Okay, take a lot of fluids and then confine yourself and make sure you're checking in with your doctor. Okay. So anyway, that's my magic mirror for today. And I want to now hand it over to my friend Kyle, because Eli, I think we got enough tips in. I'm not sure. Do you feel like there's enough that we can really make a go of this? Because I feel like this is going to be something very special. I don't know what it's going to be because I said, just surprise me. But I'm going to provide a little music. And then, Kyle, would you mind doing a little something in thanking people for being so generous?
Absolutely.
Well,
as long as I get a $1 bill or two.
Oh, maybe, yes. Yeah, maybe we'll reach out. Maybe I'll run and get my change purse and try to put $1 in your little love stocking or something. I don't know what you're doing. All right, so here we go. You make me feel so good. Yeah, make me feel so good. Yeah, make me feel so good. Yeah, make me feel so good. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh, I am so honored that you did that for us. That was really beautiful and amazing.
Thank you.
And this is part of what you learn when you go to the circus school. I mean, did you do some of that when you were a kid anyway, like gymnastics and that sort of thing?
So it's really funny because people always ask if I'm naturally flexible because I'm a contortionist. In my case, I was. So I kind of just started like folding in half in my living room and my parents would walk in like, what are you doing? And then got into gymnastics and went to circus school. But while I was there, we have like really intensive flexibility classes. So even if you're not flexible, they make us more flexible. Or like in my case, I had to work on my strength more. So I did a lot of that at school.
You did a lot of this, like, okay, pulling it a little bit more, a little bit more.
Pretty flexible.
Come on. See, I'm pretty flexible.
Yes. I'll call my Russian coach. She'll come visit you and we'll get everything squared away and we can do a duo.
You know what? And Mike asked, do you have a special diet? Do you have to you probably have to be a lot of protein, or what are you eating to keep yourself because you're lean. You're not trying to build muscle. You're actually trying to be, probably muscle's not such a great thing really, or bulk.
That's the thing. So I have to have functional strength. So I'm more of like a slim body type because if I get too much mass, then it's restrictive. I mean, I'm in my mid-20s, so I definitely eat lots of donuts and drink soda and stuff when I want. But yeah, I do focus and make sure that I get enough protein in my body to not eat the muscle that I worked for. Yeah. But otherwise, when you're doing shows, you're sweating your butt off, so it's all good.
And what do you have going now? Just in closing, where you go next? What happened?
Well, I had some great contracts over the summer that were canceled. So at the moment, I know it's horrible, but I'm trying to just stay happy and stay fit. And I'm taking dance class and I'm learning how to sew. And so I'm just trying to stay creative in my house.
And that is so awesome. So you're even getting more skills. our friends at Erotic, they design a lot of their own clothes and make some of them. They're the same way. They're very creative and very talented. And then if you can do that, think how much money you can save,
Exactly. Actually, me and Kyle talked at the beginning of quarantine, and he's like, yeah, I'm sewing masks. I was like, oh my God, I'm learning to like sew in a straight line right now. So.
Exactly. And it doesn't take that long. Once you get, and especially you got a creative eye, you'll be able to put all that together and make some cute outfits for yourself. That is lovely. And if you happen to do you have a fabulous outfit? You could run and put one on.
A male outfit or a female outfit?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, we're going to play another game of bingo. You slip into something fabulous, okay, for the close.
Okay, got you.
The closing. Okay, come back to me, Eli, and let me say that we are going to do 4 corners. It's a quick game. We got just enough time for one more game. And thank you for being generous and tipping, because people like Kyle are our friends, and we love that they're so willing to come and just play with us and have fun. Naomi, we're almost there. So, hello? Yeah, she's there. So, anyway, I hope that you'll just stay with us for one more game, because it's 4 corners, and 4 corners is super easy. It's not difficult. It's just you see, it's right down there. There it is. And so we're only going to call B's and O's, just B's and O's, nothing else. Okay. So it's a pretty quick game. And of course, the first winner gets what, Eli? What does the first winner get?
The first winner gets a personalized message from you, Miss Richfield.
That's right. And then what does the second prize get?
The second prize gets a very stylish, one-of-a-kind face mask to keep you safe and beautiful during coronavirus.
Exactly. And we better hurry up, because I just heard Naomi belch really badly, so she must be really pretty tanked up. So Naomi, if you can play for us and bring us into this last game. It's our 3rd game. That was beautiful. All right, you can take off now. Okay, bye-bye. I can't talk right now. I can't talk right now. Okay. She just wants to visit at the worst times, So, okay, so we're only going to do here we go. We're only going to do B's and O's, just B's and O's. And let me bring on, if we could, let's bring everybody on for a minute, except Kyle. Don't bring Kyle on. Just B's and O's, and bring everybody on for just a minute, just to say hello because I got to get through some balls here. Look at our crowd. It's so fantastic. And I know that we've talked about some performers. And where are you kids going to be performing next? 61. Okay, just B's and O's. It's 4 corners. Where are you kids going to be performing next?
Us?
Yeah.
Well, who the hell knows?
You don't even know. Isn't that
maybe right here on this platform with you.
Well, I was going to say, have you done anything online?
No.
No, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to do stuff online. B7, everybody, B7. Fortunately for me, I have Lewis, of course. And I also have very talented people, Chris and Joe in Minneapolis and Eli in Philly. And I'm surrounded by these amazing people that provide this platform where we can play together. And B3, everybody, B3. And people like Mike and Tony have been to every single one. Do you realize that? Every single bingo. Right, guys? I think every single one. And Mike, I hardly recognize he has a blonde. Look at you.
Yeah, that's the COVID blonde.
The COVID blonde. This is what happens when things get slow for the homos. They start, they're like, well, what do we do? How about our hair? And they're like, okay, let's do our hair. 67, everybody. 67. I have a Lewis right in the middle of this all. And so, and I don't know about you. Hang on just a minute. There we go. But hang on. Here's a B. But I wanted to ask one more time, Jennifer, for a book recommendation, because we've got the kids, that are actors, and they're sort of stuck at home. So, and then you've got the homos. They've already done their hair. They're running out of things to do. You've got that foursome who's just older, and living in Richfield. And so they're looking for something to do. I mean, what would be like a great book for us to be able to take up some of our time and be entertaining and interesting? I mean, something, not anything too heavy, okay? B2.
My favorite genre is dystopian science fiction, but that's not going to work.
Well, okay. Well, if we were, you know, maybe at the Renaissance Festival or something, that kind of sounds more like that crowd, you know. Hang on a minute. 072. What so that's your favorite genre, but what are most of the books behind you? What's that about? Is that for your work?
Yeah, all the top 4 shelves are for work. It's all e-learning and instructional design, and also some stuff on branding and marketing and customer, you know, user experience design and all that.
You know, we never found out what Mike and Tony do. You know, I mean, maybe Mike and Tony, you know, what do you guys do? Do you read? What's going on?
Bingo.
Oh, hang on a minute. We got to, first of all, we got to find out what Mike and Tony do, and then we'll do bingo.
Go ahead. I do software training.
Okay, well.
I do nonprofit fundraising consulting.
Oh, you do fundraising?
Nonprofit fundraising consulting, yeah.
I didn't know you did that.
I do.
We should have had you on board ages ago. We're sort of nonprofit here at the bingo, right?
Hey, I'm here. I'll do a pro bono for you, Miss Richfield.
That would be fantastic. I would really appreciate that. But we can't do anything more until we find out who won bingo, because we got a big bingo winner here on our 4 corners. Who won it, Eli?
We have 2 winners. Our first winner is Michael in Toronto, Ontario.
Ooh.
And then our second winner is Paul in Rochester, Minnesota.
Oh, Rochester, Minnesota. That's like the opposite of St. Cloud. That's the other side. So fantastic. And then we've got our Canadian friend, which we should really be thankful. I mean, the whole thing is in English. So the fact that the Canadians can even figure it out is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So hot dog, we got a winner. Let's hear it for our winners. Play that song.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your ball and play.
That is right. And I want to thank all of you for joining me on Bingo Bonanza. Don't forget, we are going to be playing trivia on Thursday. So this is kind of a twofer, and I'm so glad you joined me. I get so lonesome when we don't get together, and once a week is not enough for me. So if you like Mondays, let us know, because we might be doing Mondays more often. And Mondays seem like maybe a better time in the summer, because I know a lot of you are busy. Even though we're not as busy, we're still busy at the end of the week. And so before we go anywhere, though, I have to ask our friend, our beautiful friend, Kyle, to come back and show us. Kyle, did you find anything fabulous that you could show? Oh, my word.
So I just had this little halter dress that I just made lying around. It's a little 50s dress.
You made that?
I did.
Holy smokes, that is fantastic.
It's lined, it's underlined, it's boned, and I made an accessory.
And it has a matching bow. I mean, wow. I can just tell you right now that Tony and Mike are probably just going to be calling you any moment to get the pattern for that, because they are the type of guys who would love to just lounge around in something like that. So I want to thank you guys so much. Don't forget, if you can, throw us a little something to say thank you. We'd appreciate it. We do divide it 5 ways, and it just helps us keep doing this. And I hope you'll come back and join us on Thursday for trivia, okay? And don't forget, we want to thank our friend Chris. He's going to be back Thursday. And then we want to thank Eli, and we want to thank Joe, and we want to thank my manager, Matt Barber. That's 5 of us. Thank everybody, because it wouldn't be possible without them. And it certainly would not be possible without all of you. And I know that there's people from all over the country, and actually we've got friends from all over the world that come and play with us. And so I want to thank right now my dear, dear friend Kyle, who I feel like is a friend. I also want to thank Mike and Tony. You guys are so awesome. I love Rehoboth Beach. Keep it warm and safe. So when I come back, I can see you. I'm going to come to your pool and go swimming. And then, of course, we got Cody and Mike and Dean and Mike from Richfield. We love you guys so much. Also supporters of Bingo. Oh, and I didn't even see we had pets. We got a little pet there. We've got look at the little doggy. Oh, 2 doggies. Oh, you know what that makes me want to do? That makes me want to spell love. Let's do it. Come on, all together.
L is for the way you
Need to
look
go the other way.
at me.
You know what's next?
O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Ooh, love was made for me and you. I love you all. Good night. Woo!